stand tall. So why didn't you call? So many years has gone by, but I think about you all the time. Looks like you're changing and all, but why didn't you call? Something in the air, always something in the air. Inexplicable, I can feel it in the air. Can you feel me? Can you feel me? Can you feel me? Do you miss me at all? Do you think about the things we used to do? No, you couldn't stand tall. So why didn't you call? So many years has gone by, but I think about you all the time. Looks like you're changing and all, but why didn't you call? Something in the air, always something in the air. Inexplicable, I can feel it in the air. Can you feel me? Can you feel me? Can you feel me?
Well, hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. First, let me apologize for not opening the video with some commentary. My ride to bring me to where we are today arrived at my hotel at 6:30 this morning, and so anybody that knows me knows that 6:30 a.m. is not a time of day where I am even remotely functioning. So, but where are we? Well, we've traveled 76 kilometers north of Puerto Princesa, up a very long and winding road. Took us about 2 hours. The road spends pretty much from the east side of the island all the way back over to the west side of the island to a very special park. A park that's about 22,000 hectares in size, and one that was made a World UNESCO Heritage Site in 1999. And then in 2012, it was made one of the world's 7 wonders of nature. So yeah, pretty prestigious place, pretty cool place to come and see. There's only downside is the place that I really want to go check out that's in the park. It's going to take us about an hour and a half to 2 hours waiting to get to it. We've got to hand our passports in. They've got to do a whole sort of permit issuance, and then there's a bit of a lineup. So yeah, a little bit of a delay to get to where I really want to show you guys. But I thought, what a better way to kill time than go for a little paddle boat cruise up through the mangroves. Not sure what we're going to see, don't have any idea, but I thought it would be a nice way to kill some time and to chill out before we head to sort of the main event of today's video. So yeah, let's go do that. Well, that was our little paddleboat journey up the river through the mangroves. Not an overly exciting little trip, I have to admit, but definitely very interesting. Our guide was really good, spoke excellent English, and explained a lot about the mangroves, the environment that it creates, the loss of the mangroves, and also, why they're trying to protect them here. Yeah, so not a wow factor of a little trip, but definitely very, very interesting, very, very knowledgeable guy. I actually quite enjoyed it. And most importantly, it killed a little bit of time as we've been waiting to get in to see the main place that I came here for, which is where we're going to head right now. So I got to run over and hop into our van because they're currently waiting for me. And we're going to head there. So let's go. Well, we made the very short trip. It was only about a 5-minute ride from where we were, around the corner to Puerto Princesa Subterranean River Park. And as the name says, it's a subterranean river that we're going to go visit today. What makes this river kind of interesting is that the only entrance to it is at a cave that is only accessible by the ocean. So we're going to be taking a motorboat over to the entrance and then getting onto paddle boats, because they don't allow motorized vehicles obviously into the river area, to explore it. Now this underground river is about 8.2 kilometers long. It has some pretty epic sized chambers inside that are about 120 meters wide and over 60 meters tall. So should be a very, very interesting thing to go see and check out. This area only allows about 600 visitors per day, because they really are trying to protect the environment and don't want to have the area really overly abused. But I'm hoping that I don't get completely soaked on this process, because the waves are pretty high. But yeah, it should be a pretty awesome day. Yeah, let's go check this place out. Well, as you can tell, I am now back here at my hotel, so I'm going to catch you up really quickly on the last couple of hours here. When we left the river, we went back to the beach to meet up with the motorboats to take us back to the dock, and the wind had picked up considerably since we'd landed. Waves were 3.5, 4 feet crashing into the beach as we got there. Made it very, very difficult for the boats to even get into the shore. Made it very difficult for us to get onto the boats themselves. And then we were kind of like, everybody was holding on with both hands the entire trip back as we were bouncing around quite considerably. There were a couple of people quite scared on the boat, actually, which is kind of funny. But yeah, it was a very, very bumpy ride back and a very wet ride back. Had all my camera gear packed up and wrapped up, so there was no filming there. Once we got back to the dock, we spent about a half an hour, grabbed a quick bite to eat, and then we just hopped back into the van and drove all the way back here. So yeah, it wasn't really much to show you after the river. So and as I said, you know, there was no way I could pull my camera out on the boat coming back. It was just too bumpy and too wet. But the river, underground river itself, wow. I haven't looked at the footage yet, so I don't really know how it's going to turn out. But I know there is no way that I can capture the experience there. It's going from the outside, the bright sunny day, and just drifting gently into the darkness that is the tunnel, and it is pitch black in there. Take away the guys, the boat pilot's spotlights, there's zero light. He shut his headlamp off at one point and we saw nothing. It was pitch black in there. They do give you a very, very cool audio guide that points things out and explains about the river and all the benefits of the environmental protection that's going on there, which is very, very interesting and very cool. But I do recommend you actually turn it off or pull it out of your ears for a few moments. And it's very eerie just being in there. The audio is just dead. There's no noise. There's no echoes. It's weird. It's an eerie peacefulness that I haven't ever experienced before. But very, very cool. It's just, you know, looking up into the ceilings, you know, 40, 50 meters up into the rocks. You're literally sailing through a river under a mountain. I can't explain how cool it was, but it was very, very cool, and I'm very glad that I made the trip down here to Puerto Princesa and to see it, even though Puerto Princesa itself didn't really have much going on, but the underground river was well worth the trip to make here. And if you are ever in this area or near Puerto Princesa, I can't recommend more highly that you go and participate in this experience. It is very, very cool. But yeah, that's going to be it for this video and for Puerto Princesa as we head off to a new place. If you like this video, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. I know it sounds corny, but your subscriptions really make a big difference. So please do that. Yeah, take care, everybody. We'll see you in the next video.
Do you miss me at all? Do you think about the things we used to do? No, you couldn't stand tall. So why didn't you call?